The ethnofascist TPLF, the Tigray People's Liberation Front in Tigray, Ethiopia, is once again stealing international humanitarian aid and repurposing it for war. This time it was 12 UN fuel tankers with more than 500,000 liters of fuel that were meant to be used to transport food and other essential items to the region.
This loss of fuel will impact humanitarian operations in supporting communities in all of northern Ethiopia. We condemn any looting or confiscation of humanitarian goods or humanitarian premises.
Ethiopia says TPLF militants imprisoned UN staff that resisted the looting. A statement from the Ministry of Communication also debunked a claim made by World Health Organization Director General Tedros Adhanom, who is a quote, known member and proponent of the TPLF, a minority ethno-fascist group in Ethiopia accused of a slew of grave crimes.
The situation is serious.
Adhanom recently claimed that a fuel shortage was hampering the distribution of humanitarian aid in Tigray, but the Ethiopian government says TPLF's theft proves that that is not true. And in fact, the TPLF is once again weaponizing humanitarian aid for its political and military agenda. Stealing and starving the people of Tigray for international attention is the TPLF story since the group was formed in the 1970s. This 2010 BBC article talks about how they stole aid in the '84 famine and used it to buy weapons. Remember that whole We Are the World Ethiopia Famine Global concert?
There are people dying. Oh, it's time to lift the hand tonight. The greatest gift.
Yes, that one. The same TPLF that stole aid money there became the government of Ethiopia in 1991 after a 17-year war and held on with an iron fist until 2018 when it was voted out of parliament after years of mass protest. Even still, the TPLF was begged to work with the new government instead of going to a devastating war to get back into power. This is a mother begging TPLF officials not to start a war. Fast forward, and this is a USAID head of mission in Ethiopia almost exactly a year ago, talking about TPLF militants raiding a USAID warehouse in the neighboring Amhara regions.
Now know that the TPLF has every town that they've gone into, they've looted the warehouses, they've looted trucks. They have caused a great deal of destruction in all the villages they visited.
Also last year, 2 UN officials blew the whistle on who had Tedros Adhanom. UN Chief of Mission in Ethiopia, Maureen Aching, said Adhanom was bypassing the process and helping orchestrate UN humanitarian aid to go to the TPLF militants for war.
This comes from Dr. Tedros.
It was also just a year ago that the TPLF stole about 500 United Nations aid trucks, claiming they didn't return them because of a fuel shortage. Well, according to data from UN OSHA itself, they had about twice the amount of fuel they needed to return the trucks. But they didn't. Instead, as you can see on their propaganda media outlets, they used them to transport armed militants into the neighboring Amhara and Afar regions, where TPLF militias are accused of raping, pillaging, and killing residents in that area. Well, we reached out to the World Health Organization about their Director General's affiliation with the TPLF and his recent claims about a fuel shortage in Tigray. As of airtime, we haven't heard back. I'm Hermela Argawi, and this is Eyes on Africa. Thanks for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe, and please consider supporting independent journalism by going to patreon.com/HermelaTV and becoming a member. Thank you so much for your support.